I know, beautiful soul. I don't want to talk about it either. I don't ever want to see the video again, and I don't even like to say her name. But we have to talk about what happened with Lauren Boebert, because this goes far beyond just her behavior. Now, if somehow you have not seen the videos, I have two tagged from my mutuals, Mandy and Tanya. You can go see them because they make great points about Lauren Boebert as well. So this video is for educational purposes to possibly help you have talking points, but who I specifically want to talk to is the Christian who is perplexed and really struggling with who they are going to vote for, because they still hope that Republicans are going to pull out of this cesspool. Let me assure you, they are not. And don't forget, I have this experience. I can talk to the moderate Christian because I've sat beside you. I've sat beside you at evangelical churches, and I've sat beside you at progressive churches. I know you're racist. I know you're homophobic, and I know that you are live or die a Republican voter. I've heard you talk about walking out of church if gay clergy got ordained, and I heard you lament that we were becoming a socialist country. And now you don't know what to do, because you can look at what's happening to the Republican Party, and you are starting to really sense that we're going to lose our democracy. Lauren Boebert is not only the face, but the integrity and the character of the Republican Party. She has no moral compass. She has no moral code. Now, I don't even pretend to know Lauren, but she tries to hold herself up as this outstanding Christian and yet behaves like that in public. No way can you reconcile the two. There's only two ways that you can do that. If she is one who says once saved, always saved, which means you can act, do whatever here on earth because you're going to heaven anyway, regardless of what you do. That may be her belief. The other one is she doesn't believe it at all. She's just spewing this because she's racist and she's homophobic, and she wants to make sure that the white Christian men stay in power. Either way, Lauren Boebert is the face of not only the Republican Party, of Christian nationalists, and any other Christian who doesn't vocally oppose her. And so far, all I'm seeing are people who are terrified that we're going to lose our democracy. We're the only ones who are speaking out against her. You can even take this to another level. Can you imagine what the rest of the world must think of us? That is the character, that is the person who is seated in Congress and is making decisions for our country? Look, I implore you now to understand the gravity of this situation. There is only one vote that you need to consider, and that is to vote Democrat. We will all have a chance to reset this patriarchal system because it's outdated and it doesn't serve the majority of the people. But we cannot do that if Christian extremists like Lauren Boebert stay in power. Now, if you show up at church tomorrow and someone says to you, well, I don't approve of her behavior, but I can separate the actions from the person, and she's a good person just going through things, you're talking to a Christian nationalist. And if that's you, then you just need to own it as well, because I have said it for a long time. We have placed the blame on Christian nationalism mostly on the modern American evangelical church, but this goes deeper. And it's time for you to either call it out, admit that we are in grave danger and need to vote Joe Biden back in, or admit what you are. And you're no better than she is. Now, I'm also tagging a video from a lawyer that I follow who reviews all the cases that have been filed throughout the country of abuse cases against children, and how many of them are related to people who are connected to the church. And to date, not one case has been filed against a trans person. Yet who is one of the loudest to scream about the dangers of the trans community? Lauren Boebert. Now, why is that? Because she's a hypocrite. She has no moral compass. She's the real danger. not the trans community. Please wake up to how dangerous this situation is.